Well, you kind of do, and I try to modulate my voice so that I'm not
Just
blowing it out.
So should I go up or down in pitch?
No,
No, you're good. You're good. From what I heard earlier and
you're good.
the soundboard and everything else, we were good. We're going across a couple different platforms.
All right.
Right now, we're sending data. That means we're streaming. Somebody
Awesome.
asked me that. What does sending data mean? I'm sending the stream to Glocker, Realty, and Insurance.
Ones and zeros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sending the stream to Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate. I'm sending the stream to Jeff Frederick with Glocker Real Estate.
Hey.
Those are all the Facebook channels.
All right.
Yeah, I just got the notification.
And we're also online on YouTube at Glocker Realty and Insurance.
Excellent.
We need people to subscribe at YouTube channel, Glocker Realty and Insurance. I'm going to keep talking that up because we have a lot of content on there.
Yeah.
That's the podcast.
So, hey, someone mentioned
Content.
last week that there's closed captioning coming up on
That's
I have
coming
that
up.
coming up right now.
That's
good.
coming up on your device.
Yeah.
So you'll have to go into
I think
the
you have
settings.
the volume turned down. I think that's when it does it.
Yes.
Right?
If you have the volume all the way turned down or turned down low, the captions are going to start popping up on the screen.
I
That
like
is
it.
Facebook doing that for you.
I
I'm
like
not
it.
doing that at all. If you go into your settings,
Something new every day. I didn't know that.
yeah, if you go into your settings, you can turn them off if it bothers you.
So if I'm not paying attention to the show today, it's because I'm reading the screen.
Well, there's a delay, so that might throw you off.
Yeah,
that's,
right.
That's me with
right.
every movie my wife tries to watch. She puts the words up.
Really?
And I just sit there and
Oh,
I just
no, I couldn't
read
do- I
every
couldn't do
single
that.
word. Can't do it.
Yeah.
So we have some people watching. I'm going to introduce our guest, or actually I'm going to let my guest introduce himself. His name's Fred, and I want to make sure you pronounce your name correctly.
I butcher my own last name.
Yeah.
No, so my name is Fred Schutte.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would have got it wrong. I was going with shoot.
Shoot. I've gotten shoot, shuttle, Scuddy. I've gotten it all over the years.
Scuddy's a little bit off.
Anytime I'd get called over the loudspeaker in school, it was always Scuttle. I think he thought it was a TLE.
Yeah.
So
Well, maybe that was for some forewarning. He was letting you know it's
Yeah, he's
time to
letting-
sink your ship.
yeah. Yeah. Game over.
Yeah, the captain's going down with the boat.
Yeah, it's funny.
So, Fred Schutte.
Shooty. Yep.
See, I did it. Fred Schutte.
Yep.
You're friends with Jen Seville,
I
who's
am.
our producer on the show. She's also our insurance assistant. You said that you've been knowing her for a long time.
Yeah, many years.
And you got a couple of different things going on, my man. You got Ample Electric. You got Sam Jam USA.
I do.
And you got SK Industrial.
Yes.
I think it might be in our best interest just to start at the top
Absolutely. Yeah.
with Ample Electric. Tell us what you're doing there.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to start. That's actually the business I first got started with, kind of when I decided I want to become an entrepreneur. And it was back in 2008. I saw a hole in the market, and I started a business, just myself in a truck, and got rolling with it. And it went well.
Now, you saw a hole in the market, meaning that there was not a lot of electricians out there? Or?
So at that time, you got to remember what was going on, right? Think back 2008, our economy just got hit really hard.
Right.
Real estate dropped out. I think a lot of decent sized companies and businesses lost their business, which is sad to say, but it happened. So I was able to kind of start a business while I continued to work at my previous employer.
Okay.
And kind of do it on the side, and
Yeah.
it kind of grew into something of size.
Who was your previous employer? What kind of work did you do?
Yeah, so I actually worked as a lineman before. I was
Okay.
a utility lineman, so I did a lot of high voltage. When the power went out, we put your lights back on, kind of thing, right?
Right.
So that's a lot of what I did before. They also trained us in residential, commercial electrical work, which was convenient. That I kind of knew how to do it already.
Sure.
So that's kind of the hole in the market I was talking about. It seemed like I had a lot of people who didn't have a lot of money that needed electrical work done, and I was kind of doing it as a side gig, and a lot of companies weren't around anymore. A lot of companies went under. So for me, that's, for most people probably say it's probably a crazy time to start a business in a downed economy, but
I started real estate at the same time, so.
Yeah. So, I mean, there you go, right? I guess if you can make it through that, you can make it through
anything, right?
So,
well, you know, I've done a lot of reading about business and entrepreneurship and everything else, because I left a lifetime career in public service, one way, shape, or form. I mean, over 20 years altogether.
Wow.
Working for various government agencies and then working in law enforcement for 15 years. So I transferred from the public sector into the private sector and entrepreneurship.
yep.
And kind of to prepare myself, I did a lot of reading. One of the most interesting articles that I read was by Warren Buffett. And Warren said basically what you just said. He's like, in order to be successful, you need to find a need within the market and then serve that need, whatever it is. And if you can do that and find a way to do it, you'll be successful.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what you did. It doesn't sound complicated.
No.
But it takes a lot of work.
It takes a lot of work. It takes a risk.
Sure.
I mean, there's always risk involved with any business move, whether it's a new business, an existing business, or even a lateral move. There's always risk, and it's a matter of calculating that risk, right? I mean,
Right.
You've got to put out all your cards on the table and decide, is this the right direction we need to go right now?
Sure.
And at that time, that was. I mean, I laid everything out there. I saw the benefits of continuing to grow Ample, and eventually broke off and you know,
Just ran your own business.
ran my own businesses.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, it says here that you're doing portable and whole house generators and solar installations.
We do, yeah.
Talk about that, because this whole alternative energy and solar and everything, it's hot news item right now.
Is.
So bring us up to speed. What's your thoughts, feelings, everything else? You're the local expert now.
Yeah, so we do a lot of generators. We've done a decent amount of solar. I'll touch on solar first because that'll be quick. Solar was going really well. A lot of the money got defunded for the solar projects, so it's been slower lately. But I have a feeling with the new administration and the green push, we're probably going to see a lot more of that come back. Generators are great. I mean, when you lose power, it's a great
It's
alternative.
the greatest thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I mean, no one thinks about a generator until you lose power, right?
Right.
And it's like, how fast can I get one? You
Right,
know?
exactly.
And unfortunately, we get those calls. Like, power will be out for 2 days, and someone will call me like, "Can you come install a generator today?" It's like, no, but we can order you one. It'll be in 4 months.
Yeah.
You know,
And you'll have it for next time, right?
yeah, exactly. And unfortunately, we do get a lot of that, and you know, we do try and stock some. We've grown to the point now where we can stock some generators, and you know, at $5,000 for a whole house standby generator, just for the cost of the generator, we can only stock 1 or 2 of them. But
Yeah.
the port, you know, and the whole house generators, they do come with an expense. They're not for everyone, but they are convenient. I mean, you don't touch them. The power goes out, they self-start, they self-switch the power over, and you're living like nothing's going on around you, you know?
Right.
Where the portables, there's little work involved. You have to roll the unit out. You have to start the unit. You have to plug it into the exterior outlet we install in your house, and then we have a switch inside that you have to hit to put the power back on. Then you have to undo all that when the power actually comes back.
Right.
But at a tenth of the cost, it's you know, it's very appetizing to some
Yeah.
people. So
And I guess, you know, around here in the more rural areas where you have power lines that trees are falling on and whatever else, it seems to me that the more rural areas would be a good marketplace.
You would think, definitely.
you're
would
absolutely
think.
right. So this area in general
Right.
is a great market. You know, and we're based out of Pennsburg and Quakertown. We have 2 different locations. Sorry, excuse me.
It's all right. The beer.
It's
The beer.
It's the beer.
The beer. Yeah, it's gonna forewarning. It'll be quite a bit of that tonight. No, but you're right. The rural areas here, where we're based out of, Upper Perk area, Quakertown, are both good candidates for generators. And that's even stuff we can look at with a study, kind of like a job study. We can see, you know, we try and look at number of outages a year. where you are in location to substations, the farther out you are off a main line, these are all people that are good candidates for
Right.
a whole house.
So you can go
generator.
to a house and kind of look it over and say, I think, this
Which
might
is pretty
be a good
interesting
fit.
because with my previous background as a lineman, I can actually just go on Google Maps and
Oh, okay.
aerial shot, and
Yeah.
I can tell you exactly how far you are from the closest substation, what your chances are of actually being on that
Yeah.
substation, how far you are off a main line, and I can usually guess pretty good your chances of being okay during a storm.
Right.
I'm not going to say I'm like the wizard of whether
Yeah,
your power's
the
going to go out or
guru
not,
of
but yeah.
power.
Yep.
I have a question just out of curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
The solar stuff. If somebody does decide to put solar panels on their house or set up solar for their property, can the solar panel run the house or at least portions of it if the power goes down?
Yes and no.
Okay.
There's two different ways to set solar up. The more expensive way is to store your power, and then your once your battery packs are full, any additional power goes back out to the power company, and they pay you at a fraction of what you pay them
Right.
for it.
Of course.
Right.
Of course.
It's funny how that works,
Yeah.
but and then
Theoretically, you can get your dial to run backwards,
yes,
so to speak.
Yep, yeah. If you fill out all the months long of paperwork to have it
Right.
done.
Right.
So you store your own power from the solar panels, and then we use inverters to feed your house to a line voltage that's usable, and that's the only way you can do it. Now that also will replace like a whole house standby generator,
Okay.
because we try and build enough battery storage for a few days. I mean, if you're going to be out of power for 7 to 10 days, the batteries that would be required
Right.
to do something that would be just not feasible.
But hopefully,
But with-
within that 7 to 10 days, you would be you'd be recharging the batteries on some
Well,
level.
yeah. So with the solar,
Yeah.
hopefully we get some sun. We start recharging the system,
Right.
Gotcha.
and of course you're going to want to use it at as minimum as possible.
Right.
So
right.
it could help at least, for
could
sure.
help you.
right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, without the battery backup system, the microinverters on the solar panels shut down when they lose power. It's a safety feature, right?
Okay.
So the idea being once the power goes out, your batteries kick in. They're providing power also back to the inverters. The inverters, seeing they have power, they start running again within 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay.
That's a great question, Matt.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks, man.
Anytime. That's what I'm here for. It's the only reason I'm here.
I'm really interested in this alternative energy
No,
idea.
absolutely.
And I think my point is, regardless of what you believe politically, I don't see how it could hurt to try.
Yeah.
I don't see how it, as a society, it couldn't hurt us to try.
No, I agree 100%. And whether there's government funding behind it or not, I always feel I should do what I can.
Right.
Sure.
I mean, whether we are actually increasing global warming or not,
Right.
don't have to go into that debate. But whether
Right.
we are or not, it can't hurt to try, right? So,
Yeah.
Hey, we got snow outside. How could we possibly?
Yeah, but
but if
That's a joke.
yeah, I know.
if there's a way that I can do something to make a less impact on something, why wouldn't I?
Why not?
Yeah.
Right. It just
Especially when it
seems-
makes sense. I mean, solar has definitely become a lot more affordable over the last 10 years. I mean, we're talking about when these systems first came out, we were installing them for like $100,000, and then 80,000, 60,000, and they've
That brings us
come
to a
down
good
with
question.
the government funding.
What is the average unit? I know it's hard to say
tough
average
right
but
now because I know 2020 ended the $19,000 tax credit, I think. So we haven't done any solar systems in the past year and a half, especially
Okay.
with everything going on. So I really would have to look at it. I can't really throw a number at it. But
Okay.
for an average house, you're probably in the 45 to 50 range would be my best guess at something.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, there's a lot of companies out there right now offering, that you don't pay anything. And the only thing I'll say with that is you got to be real careful. Definitely read through your contracts. There's a lot of guys that
Yeah,
are
you don't get
coming-
anything for
You
free.
don't get anything for free, but they like to make you think you're getting it for free. They're usually taking your solar renewable energy credits and they're selling them off where you would be getting them. And then, God forbid, you need to have the panels removed in the event that you sell the house. We've had problems with that already. Customers contacting us to remove the panels because they want $5,000 to remove them because the new homeowners want them, whatever, or to have a roof replaced. There's just a lot of strings attached. So
that's
my
the only thing that
advice is to read through your contract with a fine-tooth comb before you do anything like that.
That was always the thing that I was concerned about. Is you do get these roof panels, and you need a new roof at some point. I mean, I guess the panels probably. What's their estimated life for a solar panel?
Well, so the panels are rated at 20 years.
Okay, so same as a roof. So if you get a new roof, that's the time to get the panels, probably.
Yeah, and with that rating, they're usually guaranteed to still produce 70% of the amount of electricity that they produce from new. So it's not to say after 20 years a solar panel's done.
Throw it in the trash.
It's
right.
just the amount of space that it takes up per square foot. I can only imagine what we're going to have 20 years down the road. I mean, you look at how computers evolved.
Yeah, right.
20
Your
years,
cell phone.
20 years down the
else.
road, that what you have on your entire roof this size might generate enough power to compete with it. So
I'm sure it will because they're constantly working on it too.
it's crazy. Yeah. I mean, I think the panels that we were installing range from 14 to 18% efficiency, and they're already talking about a 40% efficiency panel.
Yeah.
They were talking about it a few years ago through the .gov website, so it's interesting to see where it's going to go.
Cool, man. So in addition to that, you're doing the regular residential and electrical work too? People
We
should
do.
give you a call for their panel updates, rewiring.
Yeah,
You do it all?
Service upgrades, service replacements. We do a lot of them.
You do little jobs too?
Do little jobs too, yeah. Yep. So we're set up for. We pretty much always have. We'd like to always have a guy available. Of course, unless someone calls that day, then that guy's not available. But we'll come out to your house for a basic service call, $165, and that gets my electrician there with a truck, everything on the truck to go for 1 hour to fix a problem you have going on in your house. Mm-hmm. We don't really make money on these service calls, but what it does for us is it opens up opportunities for the future, right? It's all about building those relationships and starting those relationships.
Sure.
And that's what this does for us. And honestly, we've been doing this since we started this business, and it's probably why we have over 2,000 customers on our books today that are regular customers with us.
Speaking of your customers, you have you kind of throw a thank you party to your customers each year.
We
correct?
do, yeah. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we weren't able to have it this year with everything going on. But
So what you do a community barbecue, your employees and your past clients, right? You have food, games, inflatables, drinks.
we do, yeah.
Big
Yes.
party.
So it's called the Ample Barbecue, and we throw it at my house. All my neighbors pitch in their property, so we can all kind of have
Nice.
a big gathering. We usually have a band, music. I stay up all night and I smoke a bunch of meat. I love smoking pork butts and brisket.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
So my one buddy has.
We'll have to talk.
All right. You're gonna have to come to the Ample Barbecue when this opens back up for sure.
I have a Traeger. I have a
Oh,
Traeger
nice.
pellet smoker. Yeah, I got a big one.
Yeah, the pellet smokers really took off lately.
I've
I've always been a charcoal guy.
I was too for years, and that's how I got started. And I miss it from time to time. So sometimes I go over to my neighbor's house and I'll fire up his Weber kettle grill if
Yep.
I want to mess with the charcoal or the wood. I miss the stick burner. I really
Yeah.
do. But the Traeger's nice,
just eat
dude.
Yeah, it's like I get it. Trust me, I'm probably moving in that direction because, as you could imagine, I don't have a lot of time anymore these days. So
Yeah.
What is funny, I got my son is turning 1 this weekend. I'm going to be smoking a bunch of pork butts for his birthday party from Friday night to Saturday.
Now that's
so.
a good kid's birthday party right there.
I
You
did
got-
that for
Yeah.
my son. My son turned 17 over the summertime. His birthday's in July. And I made like 6 racks of ribs and, I don't know, 20 pounds of chicken legs or something like this,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
Nice.
Came out good, dude.
3, 2, 1 ribs, man. Can't go wrong.
Love it.
Yeah.
So this year you weren't able to do that because obviously you couldn't
Yeah.
get a big group together like that.
We tried. We were really monitoring everything. The virus wasn't getting better.
Right.
There was a lot. Pennsylvania was really strict on their groups
Grouping,
of 10 or more.
right.
So it just didn't work out for multiple reasons. So
So you put your resources somewhere else, correct?
we did, yeah. Actually, we backtracked a little bit and we used the money that we would normally spend on the Ample Barbecue, and we helped install lights for Valley Soccer on
Okay,
cool.
on Garyville Pike.
Yeah.
So they purchased the lights, and we provided all the labor, the bucket truck, the materials, the installation.
And it looks like you sponsor a soccer team then?
I do.
As well?
So I'm a very community oriented guy. I love to give back to the community because I
Right.
feel it pays you back. I mean, sometimes tenfold.
Plus, it's your community.
It's my community,
Right.
yeah. And not only my community, though. I got to be honest with you. Like, we do stuff for Quakertown. We did stuff for Penridge Football Field. We've done donations there, and they hang, banners up for us, and that's great. But I just love to be involved with the communities. I always have. I was on council for many years, vice president for 1 year.
Which borough was this?
For Pennsburg Borough.
Okay.
I'm still the chairman for the Upper Perk Police Civil Service. So I do love to give back to the community, and I know it's appreciated from the community because of the outreach I get anytime we do something.
Right.
I mean,
Sure.
It's amazing. It really is, and I love the community we're in. I mean, Upper Perk is great, but I think it's important, for business to give back to their
And all the successful businesses that we've had on so far, Matt, it's the same. You hear the same thing every time. They appreciate giving back. They appreciate the community.
Right.
Yeah, that's always good to hear.
It keeps you connected. It helps you build this relationship that you were talking about before the show when we sat down to get our sound check going.
Yep.
It keeps you connected with the people in the community. And at the end of the day, I think it proves to people that we do a lot of talking about support local and shopping local and selecting local services, especially through the pandemic, right?
Yep.
Companies like Ample, and we're going to get into some of your other things going on, but companies like Fred's are supporting the local soccer team. They're doing the upgrades down at the local park. You don't see Amazon and Walmart doing that, right? It's Ample Electric that's doing that.
And they
It's-
do it anytime, not just
right.
during a pandemic or anything like that.
Right.
They're doing
it's
it all the
Glocker
time.
Real Estate and Insurance. It's Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate. Jeff, you sponsor local stuff. I sponsor local stuff. We're the small businesses that are located here, part of the network, part of the fabric of the community.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I can't agree with you more. You get that back. You get the effort that you put into it back.
Yep.
Because people will see that you actually care about their street, their block, their neighborhood.
Yeah.
Plus, even if you just want to step out of the altruistic, people get to know you.
The what? What did you just say?
The altruistic pursuits where you're just doing it for the good of doing it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But if
I didn't know that
if you
word.
just want to step out of altruistic pursuits, it's networking. You're talking, meeting, interacting with the person that's going to need the panel upgrade or wants the generator or wants to put the solar on, or the person that wants to sell their grandmom's house,
Right.
or the young couple that just moved into the neighborhood that wants to buy a house that met you at whatever you were sponsoring.
I can't tell you how many times, and this is no offense to anyone, but that I get a call and it's like, oh, I remember you. Our daughters played soccer together 4 years ago. Do you remember? And I'm like,
Yeah. Maybe.
maybe.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me think. It's like,
Right.
you did this or you did that, and it's hard to remember.
But it's
everything
good.
these days.
It's
but,
good that-
but that's
Yeah.
the impact it has on some people. Which
I mean,
is
people
huge.
remember you for a reason.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's not just the beard.
No, because that's only here for a few months.
So I do want to say this too. As we've been talking, there's been a slideshow going through, and
Okay.
it shows some of the work that you do. You've got some machines. You're doing some trenching. It looks like for a pool.
Oh yeah, so
The-
yep,
the
we do,
solar
I see that
panels.
there. We do a lot of above ground pools. That's a big spring and summer thing for us. And that's I can't see who's in that, but it's probably myself and Ryan. Ryan's my lead foreman with Ample,
Okay.
so he helps me with all our solar projects.
We've got
there's
that.
some beard bombs there.
Yeah, so let's transition
Yeah, let's
into
do
that
that.
because I need to talk, man. I got to talk to you, bro.
Yeah.
Tell us about Sam Jam USA, man.
Sam Jam USA. I'll end real quick on Ample.
Go ahead. Yep.
I know there's a lot on that list we do. we did hire about 4 or 5 years ago a slew of commercial electricians as well now, and that's been doing really well for us. So
Okay.
How many employees do you have?
we have 7 employees right now.
Okay.
So which I'm proud of. I mean, our employees are what keep the business going. You know what I
Right.
mean? Without our employees, we would be nothing.
Yeah.
So I always try and show, the greatest respect for our employees, especially when you have as good of employees as we do. And honestly, there's a reason when you look up my business on Google or Facebook or whatever online platform that people like to review a business on, we are 5-star across the board. And I praise that. I mean, that's phenomenal to have hundreds of reviews, multi-platform, and they're all 5 stars.
And that's 7 employees that you're not standing next to when
Yeah.
they're at someone's home, and they're doing everything right the way they should be.
And honestly, it's not because we're perfect. No one
Sure.
is perfect. It's
Sure.
because of what we do and the actions we take when something
Because
doesn't
care.
go right. 'Cause
Right.
we care.
Right.
Yeah.
Whether it's whatever it is to make the situation right when something goes wrong, right? And
Yeah.
that's the difference you have with us.
Yeah.
Accountability.
I work on the real estate side of things. I work with several companies that do residential rehabilitation. And the companies that I like to work with the best and the ones that have the most success and the best reputations are the ones that stand by their work. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
They do the best they can. If there's a mistake or something went wrong during the construction or the reconstruction, they'll make it right for the buyer. It's their reputation that's going to keep them in business and getting the amount of money that they get for some of these places.
And for that reason, you and I know that I couldn't, and I know that you couldn't work with anyone.
No, I wouldn't want to.
Yeah, because their reputation is our reputation
Right.
then as well. Plus, it's not right. You want to make sure the job's done right, and
Get it done right,
Yeah.
and even
there's
if
no
you make
worries
a
in the end,
mistake,
then.
own it, fix it, move on.
right.
It's the
And
best way.
9 times out of 10, those customers come back to us.
Right.
Because they see, what we provide. We're
Right.
not just here for, the quick sale. So sorry, I didn't
Sam
mean to
Jam
go
USA.
backwards
Okay.
on you there.
No,
but
that's
yeah.
important to say. That's
Yeah,
important.
absolutely.
It's important.
So Sam Jam USA. So this is a funny one. So this business is actually named after my son Samuel, who was born almost a year ago. Last
he's
February.
really little then.
Yeah, he'll be 1 this weekend.
So he won't be having any of that smoked pork butt, I guess, huh?
Oh, I'm sure he will.
Oh, you a little bit?
Oh yeah.
He'll
he
munch
will.
on that?
Yeah. My wife's got him since like 6 months old on the real food program. I don't know what she calls it. It's pretty funny, but he eats everything. It's hilarious. Mashed potatoes is the funniest.
I'm sure it is.
just by hand. So it's like I always hated a beard, and I always had to shave constantly growing up because I always had such a fast growing beard. But it wasn't really till I hit like 30 I actually started trying to grow one, and it was just hideous. I mean, it was like all wirely and mangled and itchy and scratchy. And after a couple years, like I actually started to do some research on like conditioning your beard, right? Like you
Okay.
do your hair. I
Yeah.
mean, do you
Yeah.
use soap or use shampoo on your head? It's
Right.
like so I started doing
Well,
some.
for me, I use
some-
soap.
Do you-
For obvious
this
reasons,
will help
though.
with that. No,
Yeah.
so I started diving into it, and I started sampling or like buying. I spent a lot more money than I should have on different like beard balms and oils and JoJo oil and grapeseed oil and all this different stuff. And then one day my wife, actually for Christmas, she bought me some as a gift, and it was from a store down in Hartleysville, Pennsylvania. It was Artique Design.
Okay.
They have a lot of locally
Crafted.
crafted stuff that they sell down at their store. It's a really cool place. You should check it out. So they sold the beard balm down there that my wife bought that I loved. And then after like a couple of them, I guess the woman that was providing it to them decided she didn't want to do it anymore. So I was like, no, like finally found what I like. I really
What you
liked,
needed,
It
right?
wasn't too oily. It had a good hold, kept my hair straight, not wiry, because when I get out of the shower, my beard is like,
No, I have the same
massive,
problem,
you know?
dude. It curls up, and it's like
yeah, but like the more you use a product like this, the
It
the better it
conditions
gets,
it.
right? So it's
Yeah.
not like first time you're going to see big improvements, but after like weeks of using it, like your hair is just conditioned, you know.
Okay.
Especially if you start from a new beard.
Okay.
And grow.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, so for like a year, I spent so much money playing around with trying to find because no one tells you how.
So you're a mad scientist.
I was
in
a
your
mad
house.
scientist.
Like
yeah.
doing this in your kitchen? Like
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Like my wife will come down at like 11 o'clock at night, and I'm like mixing stuff. It's like I got like
What are you
wax
doing,
on the countertops and on the oven. You know, there's like she's like, is something burning? I'm like, no, don't worry about it. You know?
Beakers, smoke coming out of them.
It's just crazy. So literally, like after a year of like, because you know, it's not like I worked on this every day. I mean, I don't want you to think like for a year straight I sat
it was a good little side hobby.
Real quick, did you try giving the lady a call and saying, "Hey, what's that recipe?"
No, I didn't have her contact.
Oh, I was gonna say she'd probably be like, "Oh, it's just 2 parts this."
So like I finally got it to the point where it was pretty good. And then like I kept messing with it, and then I got it to where it was like really good, and that's what I have here today. But then like I had like $1,000 in all the products that I had to buy, right?
Yeah.
In bulk,
Right.
to mess around and play with to make this stuff. So I was like, I'll just start making some tins, and I had like maybe 1 or 2 cents at that time, and I just started giving them out to friends and customers, and like literally I'd see a guy walking in the parking lot. I'm like, hey, do you want some beard balm? You know, and I would just hand it out just in a black tin, no label, no nothing, you know. And like people started circling back to me then, like, hey, you got any more of that that beard balm? You know, I'm like, it was like ding. You know?
There's dudes with beards hanging out in parking lots just waiting for the beer bomb guy to go.
Yeah, I know
That
this
guy's
guy.
gonna come
I
back.
know this guy shops at Weiss. You know,
I'm one of them right now, man.
yeah. So I decided to make a go at it, right? So I designed a label. I just bought like a vector image that I liked, which is the picture of the guy.
It's
on
not
here.
you.
No, it's pretty
Similar,
close
though,
though, right?
It
Similar,
looks
yeah.
like you,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
I thought it was you.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
So I just bought that vector image online, and yeah, I guess it's pretty similar look.
Put a pair of sunglasses on. You're ready. You're that guy.
I filed another LLC under Sam Jam USA, and like I said, named after my son Samuel, and just started making it. We buy local beeswax. It's got a bunch of butters in it: shea butter, avocado butter, and mango butter. Local beeswax. It's got argan oil, grapeseed oil, sweet almond oil, and jojoba oil, and then our essential oils for scent.
Wow, that's a lot. I mean,
Now
that's,
who's making?
That's a mix.
You're not still cooking this up in your kitchen, right? So
Yes.
you got somebody.
No, so I'm
producing
not
this
cooking it
stuff.
up in my kitchen. I've actually built like a cooking station now,
Oh, really?
but I am still making
You
it all
still
myself.
making-
in your garage. You got a station in your garage now.
Yeah, now it's gotten to the point where like I need to make it like once every other week, but like I haven't really looked into it too far as to like actual production of the product.
I gotcha.
I briefly looked into like putting it on like Amazon, and it's just too far out of the realm for me right now because I would need to make like thousands of them to make that even work.
Yeah.
So yeah, right now I have a website. It's a Wix site. You can go online. You can buy them online.
And what's that site? Throw it out there.
It's samjamusa.com.
That's
All right,
easy,
I'm
to
gonna
remember.
put that. I'm gonna put that in the comments.
remember.
Sam Jam.
I've got a couple local
USA.
stores selling them, which is pretty cool.
You want to throw the names out there?
And actually, they're some of them they're like online stores, and they usually tag if you follow Sam Jam USA's Facebook page,
Yeah.
they come up.
They're on there.
They'll tag them, yeah. So
Okay.
they sell them on like their online stores right now because a lot of
Yeah.
these places aren't open. But one of the biggest ones we're moving into right now is what I mentioned before, Artique Design. So funny that I found it there, and then they got removed, right? And now we're going to start providing them beard balm in their store.
Who's this now?
Nice.
So the owner's name is Dana Shashelsky.
Yeah, she commented. She was
okay.
saying thanks for the shout out.
Okay, great.
Woohoo! Artique Design.
That's her. So that's
Okay.
the store that
Okay.
I found the beard. My wife found the beer bombs at.
Okay.
And like I said, hopefully, I got to take them down there. We're going to do like a little video, bring them into the store, and kind of show what her store is all about, and
Nice.
Okay.
start,
Nice.
Hopefully selling our product there. So
All right.
I
So
can't get out of my mind him every week mixing some
No,
stuff
I
up.
can't either.
So you remember the
Like
commercial?
coming home from a hard day is installing generators and solar panels and be like, time to whip up the beard
well, you know
butter.
what's in my you know what's in my head?
And they all didn't go great either. Like
No,
there
I'm
was
sure,
a
yeah,
lot
there's-
of burnt product.
There was burnt beards, probably.
Bless
Boom.
my family.
Oh, the
Putting
beard's
up
gone. Hey, do you remember the commercial? And this is definitely going back to the 80s. But remember the time to make the donuts
Yeah,
commercial?
the donut
That's
guy.
what I did. Every Saturday morning, he's 5
yeah.
o'clock and 4 o'clock in the morning. He's walking us, time to make the beer bomb. I mean, the beard bomb.
It's funny.
Yeah, I can't get it out of my head. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. So you're getting some compliments, man. People like your beard.
Oh, is that right? There you
Yeah,
go.
man. Jill Diffenderver is commenting on your nice
It's a good beard. Yeah.
Dana, I'm not going to butcher her last name. Dana's giving you a shout out for Artique Designs. And Jill's saying maybe you should take the beard bomb onto Shark Tank and see if you can get an investor or something, maybe.
There you go.
Now, look,
good idea.
here's Jeff and I are willing to be your first go at it. So,
Oh, I thought you were
said
going to say. I thought you were going to say that we're going to be the first investors.
maybe.
Maybe.
He says that he's got a sample for us
Yeah,
to
so
try,
I got
right?
them.
A
If
new
you guys want to
flavor?
smell them?
Yeah.
These are the 5 existing scents we have. So we have our original sandalwood, sweet orange, eucalyptus, and lemon.
Okay.
And this past year we came out with cedarwood. And this we don't even have a label out for yet. This is our newest one. It's called Smokehouse Vanilla.
Ooh, let's
Wow.
try that
yeah,
one.
Yeah, that.
So-
this is the first whiff that anybody except for your
This
family
is the-
has taken.
I don't even think they've smelled it yet. I might have given my wife
Breaking
a
news.
sample.
Breaking
so yeah,
news.
breaking
Break-
news. So this is the
breaking news on the
this
Catholic
is the,
Glocker.
yeah. That is the Smokehouse Vanilla.
It sounds good.
It smells good, dude.
Yeah. Don't take all the whiff.
I'm
I
not-
want to get some of that smell.
I'm sorry, dude.
Don't bogart that.
Now that
bomb,
is
my
that will
friend.
definitely be one of our stronger ones. The sandalwood is a little more.
That's a good smell.
And the smoke is kind of subtle. Like I thought maybe my mind
And vanilla's I think it calms down the vanilla too.
it does.
That's good.
I'm not a big huge vanilla guy, but that's not bad.
That's a winning
dude.
product right there.
Yeah.
I can guarantee that. I'll try one of these.
Which
other
one's
smells.
this?
Yeah. So that's the sandalwood. That's our number one seller.
And this is orange.
Sweet orange. Yep.
Sweet
Yeah,
orange.
this is nice.
Yeah, it's a little
I
more
wanna
mild.
I want to sniff that. This is the sandalwood.
Yep.
The
Aren't-
cedar.
This is the cedar.
I was just saying the other day. I was saying to my girlfriend, I'm like, I got to get something for my. I got to get something for my beard. 'cause
That's a
it's
pretty
just-
good
it's
smell.
getting
That
out of hand.
sandalwood.
Yeah.
I
The
think
orange
you-
is good. I mean, but it smells like.
That's why I'm
orange.
wearing the orange right now.
Are ya?
Yeah, I go back and forth with so I make them and then the ones that don't sell I use. You know,
I'm telling you that smoked vanilla though. That's a
You
winner
just made
so far.
You just made a sale.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, my co-host for Porchcast.
She doesn't have a
Someone's
beard.
on my Wix site as we speak.
She must know somebody. She's saying, "Dude, give me some of that vanilla, John, and I'll pay
I'm
you
telling you,
back.
the vanilla
I'll
is a
get
winner,
it.
but
I'll-
all these really smell good.
Yeah, I think the vanilla is
Really.
going to be a pretty
what's
big
the
one
green
for us.
one?
That's eucalyptus.
Amy, I
Because
got
you.
you.
Know what, you think it's going to smell like I don't know, like extremely pepperminty or something, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's calm. It's calm. It's not.
Trust
like,
me, there's been some scents that I mixed up and was like, oh no, no, that's not going to work. That's the lemon. That's another one of
I like
my
the
favorites.
sandalwood. I like
The lemon has
sandalwood
like
or
a-
the vanilla one.
almost a woodsy smell, like a wood smell
one
to
is
it.
that?
That could be a lot of the oils with it. So when the scent
might be,
when the
yeah,
scent's
yeah.
a little less, the lemon, you're going to get a little bit more of the beeswax, all the oils that are in it, and the butters scent. So
I mean, they're really good, and vanilla might be my favorite, but the sandalwood was really good too. I like the
Yeah.
sandalwood a lot.
I'll tell you what's one of the most interesting things is I always had problems with my cuticles cracking and stuff, dry hands in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Ever since I've been putting this on every morning when I get up, my hands are perfect. Like I have because the oils and the butters and the beer bombs, they condition your skin as well. I mean, not only on your face, but
Yeah.
your hands. I put a little bit on my palms and
Yeah.
put it on in the morning. and then I literally just work it into my hands, and that's it, And like I have no problems with my hands.
Yeah, with all those like
Cracking
oils and
and drying.
everything, it's got to be great for your hands.
What I've been using, and I'm going to get some of that too. What I've been using is the CBD oil that my aunt mixes up for me. And after I put it on my shoulder,
been a big
whatever's left, I've just been trying to like put it on. But I haven't been doing it long enough to get any results.
Yeah.
So explain
gonna
what
have to-
CBD oil is.
It's the cannabinoids. It's come from
it's
the hemp
cannabis,
plant.
but
it's cannabis,
it's-
but it
but
doesn't
it's-
have any THC.
Right. It's not going to get you.
It
high
doesn't
or
get you
anything.
high.
Yeah.
Now in Pennsylvania, you could get some stuff with THC in it, but I just don't.
They do
I don't.
allow
I
that.
don't have my medical marijuana card, so this is just CBD oil, and the idea is that the CBD oil helps reduce inflammation and pain.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a shoulder injury that causes me pain, and I do find that for me, the CBD oil relieves my shoulder pain and joint pain.
Yeah, that's good.
If it's a placebo, I don't even care.
Right. As long as you believe it works,
It works.
that's all that matters.
I'm telling you it does.
Yep.
So I just been using my leftover CBD oil, just like you do. Whatever's done after I rub it in, I put it on my hands and then try to rub some in my beard. But I really do need to start working it into the beard and maybe combing it in.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
I do, yeah. So I have like a stiff bristle brush comb
Yeah.
that I use, and it's. I didn't get time to get it done this year, but I'll stay in touch with you because next year we're putting together like
like a little
like a
kit.
men's care package.
Nice.
Right? So we're gonna have the brush, the trimming scissors because you always got to keep your mustache
man.
trimmed up.
Yeah.
And obviously, we're probably going to come out with like a holiday scent, or maybe even just use this as our holiday scent, the Smokehouse Vanilla. 'Cause
Yeah.
I feel it's
Yeah.
pretty close, So we'll sell that in like a little box, and that'll be like a little stocking stuffer that people can pick up for their husbands, whatever,
Nice.
Or just buy yourself.
So when's the vanilla? Is the vanilla available now?
It is
Or-
not. So
it's not. So when's
I
that gonna
just
be
started
coming up?
making them. I still have to design the label,
Okay.
and then we have to get the labels printed and,
Gotcha.
and rolling. But if you or
I would
someone
probably-
wants it,
I would
mean,
probably
can-
do
I
the
can do it for
label,
them.
but
Okay.
with a vanilla like coloring.
You think?
Yeah.
That's a good recommendation.
Yeah. I'm just throwing it
What
out
color should we go with this time? I was thinking white,
there. Yeah. Right.
or maybe like an off-white for
Jill
vanilla.
wants Jeff to grow a beard.
I kinda want Jeff to
that's
grow a
Can you
beard.
do it? I've never seen
of
you
course
with a beard.
I can. Yeah.
Can you?
I did have it. You saw me on my 40th birthday with a beard.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
I
I did,
remember that.
yeah.
It's been a little bit.
It used to be red when I grew it in my 20s, and then when I grew it when I was 40, it was red and white, and now it's probably white. Similar to Matt's over there.
Gotcha.
Just throwing it out there.
We are going to be running a promotion with Sam Jam coming up.
Okay.
So if anyone wants to follow the Sam Jam Facebook page,
Okay.
we're going to be running. I did this a lot with Ample when I was growing the business. If you like and share the ad that we put up, you then are in the running for the promotion, and the promotion is going to be a 1-year supply of Beer Bomb oils
Okay.
for free. So
Yeah,
it's
nice.
a one winner.
Yeah.
So just something to keep your eye out. I think probably after the Smokehouse Vanilla is done, then we'll probably run that promotion, and then whoever wins would have their pick at an assortment or any of 12.
So
No beard.
Nice.
tomorrow when Jen comes in, she updates the post with a description of the show and some links. We'll
Okay.
make sure some links for Sam Jam go in there.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
And
great.
your other businesses. And then I think we could also probably just do another post. We'll do a separate post on our Glocker Realty and Insurance page, and we'll throw the links up to Sam Jam, and people can follow from Glocker Realty and Insurance over to Sam
that's-
Jam
yeah,
and check it out.
That's amazing.
We'll
yeah.
do a little cross promotion for you.
Awesome.
Cool.
And before you leave here, I'm going to put in a couple orders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we could probably talk about any one of these things.
We could.
So let's talk about SK Industrial, and then we're going
Which
to
is
go.
the most mysterious. Like I looked at all of his businesses, and I think SK Industries is the most mysterious. I went to the website.
I thought it was going to be the Beer Bomb, but
no, I know what that is. I know. But the SK Industries, I went to the website, and I still didn't. I'm like, I still don't know what this is, so we're just going to ask Fred when he's in.
So this business is SK Industrial.
Okay.
I started,
Industrial, I'm sorry, yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. I started this business with a business partner 2 years ago. His name is Jeff Kussner. I've known him for a long time. I was looking to get into the sales industry as well, and I actually reached out to Jeff about, how do I go about this, right? Because he was in this industry.
Right.
And he gave me some pointers, and we were working through some things, and he was kind of helping me. And the reason I reached out to Jeff is not only because he's in sales, is he has the same work ethic as myself. I mean, he's just like me. We work 60, 70, 80 hours a week sometimes, whatever it takes to get the job done. So it all happened pretty quick. I mean, within weeks, it was like, Jeff was like, listen, if you're serious about this, maybe we should talk. Like, I'm kind of thinking about, starting my own thing. And I was in some finishing before. I worked for a previous employer. Before I was a lineman, I did finishing products. So we just went with it rather quickly. It was just like, all right, let's do it. It just felt right. Jeff, like I said, Jeff is just like me. He's a real hardworking person. I feel we both put in an equal amount into the business. I mean, this is what I'm out selling 8 hours a day.
Right.
So what we do is industrial products. So we do a lot of abrasives. We're a big abrasive house. We do a lot of safety products. And
Real quick, abrasives meaning grinding things?
Yeah, so grinding discs, grinding wheels, cut-off discs, cutting wheels, sandpaper, sanders, machinery.
But big commercial type stuff?
Both. So we do a lot with steel work, right? Big commercial buildings. We do a lot with wood. So a lot of our customers deal with wood, sanding, staining, painting.
Okay.
Some are really big, and some are 100+ employees shops, and some are 3.
Yeah, right.
So we really don't shy anyone away, and we stop in on a regular basis to see these customers. And I've recently been getting in the past year to a lot of cutting tools. So we've been working with a lot of so like drills. I don't know. I might be going too much here, but drills, end mills, like cutting tools for like CNC machines, places that are manufacturing, like your cranks on your windows there. Like,
right.
So we're providing the tools that make, those kind of things. So this is located right in Quakertown.
So you're distributing, or
we are a distributor. Yeah.
That's what you're doing. Okay.
Yeah. So we're in 12,000 square foot warehouse, fully stocked, and we basically stock product for our customers. So a lot of my customers I'll visit on a weekly basis, and we do what's called a vendor managed inventory, where we have a list of everything that they use, and I'll come in every week and see what they used and then restock it, while I'm there. So it works pretty well. It's been a lot of work getting this up and going. I think it's been a lot more than what Jeff and I had originally thought it was going to be.
It always is.
Yeah. But I have to say, like, I think because we went at it so fast, like we went at it so aggressive, like Ample was kind of a 10-year process.
Yeah.
Right. Like I got started by myself, and that ran for a couple years.
This was A to Z, like. Quickly.
Yeah. So if Ample's A to Z in 14 years, right? SK was A to Z in like 6 months. Right? So it was like, how can we hit the ground running? How can we hit hard and make an impact? And because there was a big investment to get this going. So we knew that our backs were to the wall, and we had to go hard. So
right.
But yeah, we provide a lot of 3M products. Fez tool, a lot of different abrasives, a lot of safety products. I mean, masks was a big thing for a long time. We're still selling masks, gloves, earplugs, safety glasses, garments, all that stuff. So, it's been a very, very good business to us. So,
cool.
I'm trying to think of the company that makes. I can't think of it right now. Forget it. Go on.
So if you would compare us to like the big guys, right?
Yeah.
You'd be looking at like the Fastenals and the MSC.
Okay.
And the Grangers.
Granger,
right?
That's the one I was coming up with. Yeah, Granger.
So those are our direct competitors. They just have so much overhead that we can be a lot more competitive than them.
Yeah.
and offer a better service.
And it's local.
And it's local.
I would get
We're
my equipment from
here.
Fred before I get it from Granger any day.
He's telling
Just
you
saying.
to do a
Yeah.
better job. Support local business. Checks off a lot of boxes for people.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. All right, so listen, we got to get into a couple of segments here. We
Yeah.
got to do Ask a Realtor.
Yep.
As I'm putting up the Ask a Realtor.
Eating up all your guys' time. I'm sorry.
No,
dude,
we're interested in
it was
you,
a good
Fred.
conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
and
good.
we got a lot of feedback. You should have seen the comments started pouring in once everybody started talking about that beard butter, man.
Oh man,
You know,
see, that was
you
the
spent
moneymaker right
You
there.
spent all this time doing electric and supply house
And
stuff,
all you had to do is
beard
mix up some
butter might be
science.
the one that really breaks it
Yeah,
off
who
for
knows,
You,
you know?
dude.
It's a-
You could become the next beard butter mogul.
Yeah, like that. I think like that Amish beard bomb. You know, like
Yeah.
I'll have my, you know.
You get a whole. That's a whole niche right there.
Yeah,
just put one of those straw hats on your logo and sell it right to the Amish guys and the Mennonites.
If you remember the whole Burt's Bees thing got started with lip balm, and now
Yeah,
they offer
lip
just about
balms. And
anything
it-
you can put on your body.
Blows up. It totally blew
Matt
up.
and I are investing, right?
I'm going to talk to my man after the show.
Absolutely.
So listen, Mom and Jen are watching. They say great show. That's Jennifer Stout.
Oh yes,
That
my
must be
cousin
a
Jen.
combination for you, or a
I think
compliment
my
for
cousin
you.
Jen is doing my mother's hair right now as we speak.
Oh,
so
okay. And they're listening
they're
to the
listening
show.
together. I'm sure.
That's what my mom does. She goes to the hairdresser on Tuesdays, and that's my podcast is on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And she listens to it while she's getting her hair did.
Nice.
Yeah. So
killing two
Does
birds.
she
with
got
one
that
glad-
big thing on her head?
I don't
She's-
know about that. I don't know if they do that
I
anymore.
love. They do totally do.
Do they?
I think so. I'm not
The
sure.
hair dryer.
I,
All right.
Like this guy knows anything about what they
I
do.
wasn't gonna say this. We'll let him
Don't
go with
listen
it.
to
We'll
me,
let him
I
have
don't
that.
know.
So
But that's
put
what I
up-
think of. I think of the big hair thing coming, the head thing coming down
Yeah.
for perms or something, right?
Yeah, it sets. I guess it sets the hair or
Your
whatever.
guess is good as mine.
So listen, I put up the Ask a Realtor logo. And
All right,
then
we need
also
like
had
a theme
another-
song for that.
We'll work on
Ask
it.
the
You're
realtor.
the musician. You're the musician.
Yeah,
You'll have
I'll
to
come up with
compose
something. I'll come up with the ditty.
So every Tuesday, Jen Seville puts up this post on Tuesday morning, and you can ask a realtor any question related to real estate, and
Yeah.
we'll answer it. Every question gets answered, and if we answer your question on the show, you get a $10 Wawa gift card.
Do you want to show the people what that looks like?
It's right here.
There we go.
We ain't lying.
Yeah.
And then you can either come into the office and pick it up, or we'll drop it in the mail and send it to you. All you got to do is ask a question.
Ask a question.
Look for that post on Tuesdays at Glocker Realty and Insurance. I do want to say this before we get into it.
Okay.
Jill Diffenderfer asked about solar panels and whether or not they add value to a home.
Right.
Here's my opinion. And
Yes.
maybe you agree, maybe you disagree. I don't know. I think solar panels could be kind of like pools.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking,
If
Matt.
the buyer is interested in solar or alternative energy
Mm-hmm.
or can see the benefit in it, then it's definitely going to add value to that buyer.
Yes.
But if you have a buyer that's not interested in that stuff or doesn't want to deal with it, it might not be a benefit.
It might almost be a deterrent,
It could
just
be.
like a pool could be.
Right. I would put it in that category
Yeah.
of a pool.
Yeah.
So the only thing I'll say on that is, depending on the system they have, if they own the system and it goes with the house,
Yeah.
I feel it will add.
It's a positive.
value
It adds
it's a
to the
value.
positive.
house.
And
That's a good
And this is
point.
what I was thinking too. Is go on with what you're going to say.
Yeah.
But
now,
if
there's a contract and someone else owns the
That's
system,
it.
people get sketchy about going into contract with under someone else's business, right?
I'm glad you brought that up, Fred, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Because I've been in a situation where we went to look at a house with a contract on it, which you're kind of discussing earlier.
Yep.
And for my people, they weren't too keen on it. But if you have the system outright, it's a win.
Absolutely.
There's
I mean,
no,
if you own
yeah.
the system, it comes with the house and
Yeah.
it's wrapped into the cost of the home, and the people buying the house don't have to pay a $300 or $400 a month electric bill.
Right.
That's obviously
It's
going to be
obviously
appealing to them, right?
a plus, yeah.
Now, if they have to pay $120 to someone who wrote a contract instead of a $300 electric bill, they're really going to want to look at that contract to see if they're interested or not. And
Yes.
those are the situations I talked about before, where people wanted to step back from buying a home and be like, we don't want the solar panels, and they've reached out, contact out to us and like, hey, we need these off the roof because we're selling our house and the people don't want them.
Right.
Know? So that's all I meant by really read through those contracts.
Right.
Especially if you're considering
said,
selling
Fred.
your home.
That's why we have an expert.
That's why we. Yeah, exactly.
Local expert.
Yep. You think we would plan that question at this time, right? You would think.
Almost.
Almost.
Good job. Good job.
So
Joe.
let's get into the Ask a Realtor. This is the one. This is the money winner, folks.
Okay, so our winner tonight is Samantha Hoyt, who asked the question: can you use a realtor to help with a pre-built house? I know you can use them to help find land, but are they involved in the whole process? And the shortest answer that I can possibly come up with is yes.
Yes. Yeah. I was even gonna chime in on that one. Yes.
Yeah. Of course, we would help you find finding the property that you're going to place the house on, whether it's prefab or not, manufactured home or modular or builder-built home. Mm-hmm. Of course, we'll help find the property with you. But yeah, we're there all through the entire process to make sure that everything is going as it needs to go, as planned and as agreed upon. Mm-hmm. Matt,
no,
do you have anything to throw in on that?
I'm agreeing with you 100%.
Yeah.
I would also add this too, that so for instance, I have worked with some local builders and local producers of modular homes, and I can definitely help a buyer set up meetings with potential home builders, introduce you to those folks that I work with, and then you're going to pick the amenities of the home with the builder,
yes,
or with the modular home company or the prefab company. You're going to pick the amenities, what you want, the size of the home, all of that stuff. You're going to do that with the builder.
Yep.
But everything else, as far as the contract and purchasing the house and everything else, it's a real estate transaction.
Absolutely.
So we can absolutely help you through that process. And I would just add to that, because we have worked with local builders and with local modular home companies, we can even give you some suggestions on where to get started with that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always nice to have someone just driving you in the right direction.
Yeah.
Helping you every step of the way.
But even with like just the modulars, they still need hookups, right?
Yeah.
So there's still an electrician involved, a plumber involved. There's still gas involved, right?
Right.
So sometimes I feel like the people that manufacture the homes have connections for that, but most times a realtor has a slew of contractors that they work with. I know because I work with a lot of realtors. Right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's one of the things we offer our realtors is same day turnaround on estimates for home inspections. Because I know that's big when you're negotiating prices. You need something back right now. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So whoever you're using as a realtor to help put a modular home or build a home, whichever, they're going to have a slew of contractors that they know they can trust and work with. So it's going to benefit you to work with a realtor.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then you get into things like engineering on lots. You might have to do soil testing, or you might have to do perk tests for septic systems and things of that nature.
There's a lot of pieces to the puzzle, just like any transaction. There's many pieces to the puzzle that need to be put together in the proper way, and that's what we're here for.
And that's what we do every day.
Every day.
It's my full-time job. It's your full-time job.
Yes.
We can absolutely help you out with that.
All right.
So that was the question. Who asked that question?
That was Samantha Hoyt. So she will get a $10 Wawa
gift card.
Yep. I mean, please
ask.
Give me some coffee, right? Hoagie Fest. I say
they
it
got
every time.
burgers and fries at Wawa
I
now,
saw
dude.
that now.
Bam.
I've heard they're good too. I haven't tried them yet.
They got to
I haven't
compete with
tried it.
Sheets. Because Sheets got the burgers and the
I go to
fries,
Sheets
man.
every Wednesday. So
What's that?
I go to Sheets every Wednesday. That's tough to compete with.
I know.
love Sheets.
I'm a Wawa
I'm
guy.
a Wawa guy. I'm
a
a Wawa
but
guy.
Sheets, man, like I don't want to pit them against each other because I like them both.
They all
I know.
have
I
what they're-
agree with that.
It's
but
like having two girlfriends.
with that said,
you like them for different reasons,
my,
and you don't want to.
You don't want them to ever meet? Was that what you're going for?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So I will say that I've been going to Delaware a lot lately. I've really become a big, what's the name of that? Royal Farms?
Royal Farms,
Dude,
yeah.
Wow,
Royal
Royal
Farms
Farms chicken.
The fried
is
chicken
amazing.
is banging.
It is really good.
I gotta say, I never had the fried chicken, but I had the coffee and I had some of the other stuff, and I was not a Royal Farms.
No.
Really?
Dude, try the fried chicken.
Their
dude.
chicken is amazing.
It
Yeah,
is
I get
good.
their little like chickens.
The chicken
The
tenders.
little the little chicken tenders, little bun with pickles.
Yes.
I could house a half dozen of them.
Dude, I got turned on to it because I lived in Maryland for 4 years.
Yeah.
And they were
They were
all,
more south.
all down
Yeah.
there. And I just got
I
turned
heard they're
on.
coming up here though. I heard they're popping up in
They
Pennsylvania.
are. There's one not
Wasn't
very
there one that popped up in like Quakertown or something?
Yeah,
I don't
something
think
like that,
I don't think
yeah.
it made it. Like it didn't last. I think it shut
No.
down or something. But
There's one down in like Downingtown, Westchester area, something
Right.
like that. And I've seen them out in York County when I've traveled out there because I guess it came up from Maryland, like up 83 or whatever. But
yeah.
you're not wrong, dude.
Now my
I'm
mind
telling
can't.
you.
My mind can be changed. I'm not that one of those people that should say nope. But
We should
So
almost go on
far,
a road trip, Jeff.
doesn't
We'll just
compare.
I was
we'll
gonna
just
say,
take
if
you
we-
to
if
a
we ever
Royal
get the chance to
Farm.
do this
I've
again,
done
I'll-
Royal
I'll
Farms.
bring a
I've
nice
done it,
little
but I
sampler.
didn't have the chicken, which I guess is the most important thing that I didn't
Oh,
do.
they have an entire chicken display. It's glorious when you walk in.
Yeah. But yeah, I've been down south enough times to hit the Royal Farms. So
here's
Samantha
my
Hoyt,
point.
there was
I'm
no
trying to
point.
circle back. Where were we with this?
We got segued into Wawa, Sheets, and Royal
Yeah.
Farms.
But Samantha, thank you.
Samantha's
and
getting the $10.
congratulations.
But
Yep.
there was another question that I did kind of
Ooh.
want to touch on a little bit.
Okay.
It was answered.
Yes.
But I also want to say we can absolutely help you pick a lot too. If you're
Yeah.
looking in a development for a lot or you're
Right.
looking for land, a realtor can come in handy with you. Even if there's a realtor or a sales team assigned to the development or the building lots that you are looking at.
And who is the sales team working for?
The sales team is working for the sellers.
Right.
In the seller's
So who do you
best
want working
interest.
for you?
You want somebody working in your best
Right.
interest.
Exactly.
So-
That says it all right there.
Yeah, so give us a call. I know that's something that you've helped people.
Oh,
with.
absolutely,
And
yeah,
I have
yeah.
too. I've helped people buy lots, pick builders, and then I've also helped people buy new construction homes.
Yeah.
And started with the lot selection up to the final project.
And don't worry, they're not. I mean, they're expecting you to have a realtor, so it's
They're
not.
never
like,
they're never gonna get angry at you
Nope.
for asking for a realtor because
Absolutely
that would
not.
be illegal.
that would be illegal. Yeah. But yeah, so that was Samantha Hoyt's question. Thank you, and we look for more questions next week. Always have good questions, though.
We do.
Everybody, yeah. So let's transition to what's going down in Boyertown.
Jeff, what's going down in Boyertown?
So that's my blog each week that you can find on jeffknowsboyertown.com. And this week on my blog, I talk about items that are interesting that you might not even believe, but that are true.
Okay. So oddities.
Oddities maybe, interesting maybe.
Okay.
The ones that you kind of said, do you know?
Do you know that this
Yeah.
actually is
So
a
bring
thing?
these up at parties, and you'll be the highlight of the party when we can have parties again.
Might help you on trivia night, maybe?
Trivia night, yeah, definitely. So, so let me ask you here. We'll talk about a couple items here. I have 20 items, but we're only going to talk about a few. Look at the blog for the other items. But so this one pertains particularly to Boyertown.
Okay.
And you'll see why in just a second. The top speed of the winning car. Let me start off. Did you know the top speed of the winning car in the first United States race was 7 miles per hour? That was the top speed, and that car won. Believe it or not. You probably have go-karts that can. I mean, you definitely have. There's go-karts.
Could push a small
Right? But we're talking. This is 1895.
Okay.
Okay. So it's before the car
Was that
boom
like a
happens.
Duryea car or something?
Exactly. So that's why it pertains to Boyertown, because we have Duryea days.
Yeah.
in Boyertown. So that was Frank Dorier, who reached a top speed of 7 miles per hour during the race and won the race. It was happened on Thanksgiving Day, 1895, and it was a 54-mile race.
And where did this race occur?
Downtown Chicago to Evanston.
Evanston? Okay. So in Illinois.
And back.
And now they have the Dorier car races up at the Pagoda. They have different categories.
Yeah.
They do hill climbs. They do all kinds of stuff.
Which, if
there.
you've never been to Pagoda, definitely go.
Jeff, definitely check that out.
Yeah, it's
Isn't
really
there
cool.
a Dorier Drive up there, I think, even?
Is that the name of the road
I
that
think
goes
so.
zigzag?
It's one of them up there.
Is it?
It's one of them.
Yeah. Cool. Did you know a Brazilian man was killed in bed when a cow fell through his roof and landed on him?
What, did he live in like an Earthship or something?
In 2013, you think this happened back in the...
Yeah.
In 2013, the man was sleeping in bed, and a cow was grazing on the hill behind him. And we're talking, where is this?
So this had to have been in the mountains or something.
Yeah.
This.
Where is this
I thought
happened?
this was another Boyertown story.
No.
Where did this take place at?
Well,
Man, I can't see where, but I think it's Brazil. It's in Brazil. So it's the mountains of Brazil. Cow's grazing.
yeah.
He comes up, walks onto the roof. It's like an asbestos roof that's not made of much, I guess. Falls through and lands on the guy. The guy ends up going to the hospital and ends up dying from it.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
But the surprising part about it,
Live every day like it's your last,
Right.
folks.
the surprising part about it is that the townspeople said that this wasn't the first time it happened. This was actually the third time it happened. It's just that no one
That's
had
crazy.
died prior to this. So, a
it's
common
a regular
common occurrence.
They need to update their building codes, man.
Yes,
You build
yes.
so if you want to buy a lot in that town, you definitely need to talk to a realtor because
Right.
they'll give you some suggestions.
Steel roof.
And
Yeah.
definitely when you're doing
Wait,
your home
why do I need a
inspection,
10 gauge steel roof?
check out
again?
the roof. Yeah.
Cows. Watch out for the cows.
It's got to be cow safe. Oh my God.
I would just walk a
You
cow
thought
right
it
on the
was
roof.
pigs
just to
fly,
see.
huh?
Okay, guys, it only takes 6 minutes for alcohol to affect your brain. So they did a study, and whether you feel it or not, in 6 minutes your brain starts changing. So just think about
Do you
that
ever,
next time
like,
you're drinking.
Sometimes, or like if you didn't eat enough, that this happens to me a lot, especially when I'm out running around doing all kinds of real estate stuff. You come home at the end of the day, maybe you skipped dinner, you didn't eat dinner yet, and you have a beer while you're getting it ready. Poof, man, that hits you.
You know why? I'm not a scientist, but I'm going to tell you why anyway.
Go ahead.
Because first of all, you're somewhat dehydrated.
Yeah.
So it's trying to fill up those cells. And you haven't eaten, so you have no nourishment, so it's trying to fill up those cells
Yeah.
as well. So it's
And
it's just
right
hitting
to
your
the
body as
dome
quickly
piece.
as possible.
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad I ate Taco Bell on my way over here.
I had a Campbell's.
I
I had a
eat
chunky
horrible,
soup.
but I run 24/7.
Speaking
so I
of
guess
beers, do you have another one?
Sure.
It is hard to eat right when you're running around
it's tough,
all the
man.
time.
Being on the road all day, it's
Yeah. It's the
we eat at Wawas and Sheets, and
That's why we know.
that's why we know
the menu.
that the
And-
chicken is phenomenal at Royal Farm. You know, Thanks, Jeff.
Okay, so this is for word nerds. For word nerds, yeah.
Word nerds.
Yep. Strengths. That's with an S at the end. Strengths is the longest word in the English language with only one vowel in it. So the longest word, only one vowel.
Okay.
Strengths.
Okay.
You can bring that up. That's definitely got to be a trivia question somewhere, I would
Yeah.
think.
I think I heard that at TGI Friday last week.
There you go. I think it. I don't have this written down. I think it's screech is the longest word with one syllable.
But you just said strength.
No, strength has only one vowel.
Oh,
The longest word with one vowel.
Okay, see,
And
I
I think
wasn't
it's.
listening.
I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, people. I think screech is the longest word with just one syllable. Let me see what else do we have here. Here's one that's almost hard to believe. It's actually a sad story. 1 in 4 Americans believe that the sun revolves around the earth.
No.
So we got 3 of us here. So if we had one more person here, that person would probably think that the sun, wrapped around the earth.
No.
Well, that's better than the 1 in 6 that still think it's flat. So
I hope it's not
Flat
I
Earth.
hope that's
I don't
not.
know if that's true.
You know what I did?
Don't,
You know what I did?
Don't mark the 1 in 6, but there's still those people.
I
Yeah.
thought I was going to be a smart ass, and I joined a Flat Earth Facebook page just for the entertainment
right.
value.
It's like, and now I'm their president. No, it's
Dude, within short order, I realized I made a horrible mistake because those people are serious.
No,
man.
they're serious. Yeah.
And the stuff that they were writing, I was just like, oh my god, I had to stop following it because it was too. It was
Okay,
too
I
much.
thought you were going to tell me. I thought the end of the story was going to be that you turned into a flat earther.
No, I'm not a flat earther, man. No, I've not.
And
I'm not
anybody
a
out
flat
there that's
earther.
questioning it, the
I've
Earth is
actually-
round. Yeah.
Well, I've been on the ocean before, so I've experienced that curvature of the Earth.
Sure.
Because if you are going away from shore, you can actually see the shoreline starting to go down. It's not disappearing; it's actually going below the horizon.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. And then ships, if a ship is coming towards you or going away from you, you get the same effect.
Right.
It goes down. It's not disappearing.
Right. It's pretty easily proven the other direction, so I don't understand why there's even flat earthers. But hey,
yeah.
There are.
You can just watch like a
But if
SpaceX video and it's
if you flat
pretty
earthers,
clear.
are,
You know, it's-
hey, but if the flat earthers are watching the cast of Glocker,
we still like you.
yeah, we still like.
I'm still going to help you buy a house. I'll do the best I can. I will follow all the rules, regulations, and ethics involved
Of a
to the
flat
best of
Earth.
my abilities. But we just won't be talking about flat Earth after
Right,
we're done.
right.
We'll just not do that.
Okay, so the average American, this is very hits very close to home here.
Okay.
The average American uses 3 rolls of toilet paper each week. And as you know, in the pandemic, we had quite a shortage
went up.
on that.
So we talked a lot about bidets on Porchcast Potsdam.
Right.
And in fact, we gave away a bidet
You
attachment.
told me that you said that last week. As a matter
Our
of fact.
trivia
Yeah.
winner,
Yeah.
our main trivia winner for the end of season 1 on Porchcast Pottstown got a bidet attachment.
Which is the greatest. I mean, I want to give away something cool like that on the cast of Glocker.
Amy Wolf's husband Levi had like 1 roll of toilet paper that lasted him for like 4 or 5 months because he was using the bidet.
That's amazing.
So if you want to cut back on your toilet paper consumption, look at getting a bidet attachment.
Yeah, you know, I really need it because my kids, and this is
It's
not an
kids.
exaggeration, use 1 roll of toilet paper a day.
A day.
A day.
Each.
I don't know. I can't pinpoint who's doing it, but I was having a fit at my house because, and this is more recently than the pandemic. I think they knew better in the pandemic days. I mean, we're still in the pandemic, but when the toilet paper was low.
Yep.
Here's what I would say though, man. Like,
Yeah.
and this was legit the conversation that I had with my sons when the pandemic came out. Now, it had just so happened that I had stocked up, so we were good.
I was in the same situation. I don't know why, but we were
My
stacked
timing,
to the roof.
yeah, my timing was
Yeah,
just
perfect timing.
perfect
Right.
timing. But I did say to the boys, I'm like, look, it's not like you have to go to school. No one's in a hurry to go anywhere. And if you're using the bathroom, you're sitting right next to the shower.
So you got your own bidet right there. You see?
Yeah. Let's try to plan.
Conserve a little
Let's
bit.
try to plan, right? Hop in the shower. There's soap in there. There's water in there. I got everybody on board, and it did cut back on our toilet paper consumption, especially in the morning. You're gonna get in the shower anyway. Do your thing. Jump right in the shower. Soap, water. You're good to
You
go.
definitely had to work toilet paper back in that time a month ago. I mean, a year ago. I'm sorry.
Year ago.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah, we're coming up on a year,
I will
man.
be honest. I was at a place where I was starting to be concerned. What are we going to do when we run out of the toilet paper? Because even though we were stocked like more than we were ever for some reason, it was getting low, and I was like, uh-oh,
Yeah.
are we going to get toilet paper?
Yeah.
But we got it. It was okay.
Amy Wolf's telling you got to start rationing that TP out, man. Put those kids on a ration.
it also, the problem is that it is hard hurting our forests. Everybody uses way too much toilet paper.
And it's,
And-
I mean,
and we
most
can't-
of the
it can't
commercial brands are raw paper, too.
And you can't regrow those trees quick enough to replenish everything.
It's amazing
Right.
how much of that comes from overseas, though.
Yeah,
It's pretty crazy.
yeah.
So get a bidet, maybe.
Get a bidet. Do it.
Or just
So
jump in the shower.
Here's
man.
a question for you, and I know that
Wash your butt.
one of you two, since you're both smart fellers, one of you two have to know the answer to this. What is the tiny pocket in jeans used for originally? What was the reason for that tiny pocket?
I always thought it was for a watch.
Is that what you
I
think?
know
watch
the
pocket.
answer to this. Is it something with golf?
No. Matt was right. It's for a watch.
Oh,
For a watch. Yeah.
Yep. So that's what that tiny pockets are. And the original pants that had a tiny pocket was Levi's. Of course, they were the first jean company. It had two pockets in the front. It had a tiny pocket, only one pocket in the back.
Gotcha.
So you
Okay.
only had 4 pockets altogether. Let's see what else we have here. This is for the kids that are watching. Do you think there's kids watching right now?
I hope not.
Is your kids watching?
They might be. This is for you kids if you're watching. The word fizzle. What do you think the word fizzle originated as? Do you know? Your history
Soda
guy.
pop.
Okay.
Fizzle.
Yeah. I'll give you a hint.
I think it had to do with,
1400s. The word came about.
I bet you it had to do with a fuse, or even like maybe because they used to have those matchlock guns fizzle out.
Right. That's a very
good.
Flame from a candle or something? I don't know.
right. You'd think, right? It was the word meaning was to break wind silently.
I
So
like that.
it was originally a word for fart. For
Yeah.
a quiet fart.
So we've
There'll
gone
be
full
plenty of
circle
fizzle.
here.
And
We've
this is the
talked
first
about
time
toilet
that we said
paper.
fart on this stage. This
Absolutely.
show.
There's
for
a first for everything.
Yeah, right. But I thought that was brilliant.
We had some Royal Farms chicken here. There'd be plenty of fizzling. There's enough grease in that stuff.
So that's just a taste of what I have on what's going down in Boyertown for the blog. Did you know questions? Did you know thoughts? Also, what is going down actually in Boyertown? Girls' Night Out basket raffle. We talked about it last week and the week before. Tickets are still available. Junior Women's Club in Boyertown is holding a basket raffle in support of the Boyertown Library. Over 100 baskets are going to be presented that you could win. The raffle is going on March 19th and 20th. Admission is $25. You get 25 raffle tickets with that. You can buy more the day of the raffle.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, it's a great cause, and there's going to be lots of awesome prizes. And you will find a Jeff Frederick with Glocker Realty basket in there. Yeah.
And our friend Bridget Petrowskis is on the.
She's
directing
heading this.
it.
She's directing this
She's
one.
the
yeah.
president of the.
She's not the
event,
president,
or
but
whatever.
She's directing this.
Directing.
This specific event. Yeah. Tickets run out quick though. They always run out way before the event. That's why I'm bringing them up in February when it actually takes place on March 19th to 20th. So get your tickets now and get in on that raffle because it's a
What
lot
was
of
that
fun.
organization again?
It was Junior Women's Club of Boyertown.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the last weekend to enter. Building a Better Boyertown is doing a what do you call it? A raffle as well, where you can win a $20 gift certificate to 14 of Boyertown's finest eateries.
Yeah, we talked about this last week, I think.
And this is the last weekend to do it because they're going to pick the winner on March 1st, which is Monday.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Monday, I think. All you got to do is eat at one of the
March 1st is
participating
Monday.
restaurants in Boyertown, which it's listed on the blog, and you send your receipt. you can eat there or take out. You don't have to eat in place, but eat in or take out or buy a gift certificate. You send that receipt to receipts@boyertown.org, and they'll put you in the raffle.
And that's from Build a Better Boyertown,
Building a Boyertown,
right?
yep.
Yes, go check that out.
Yep. This Friday, Tom and Jerry the movie is starting at the State Theater in Boyertown.
Okay.
It's Tom and Jerry that we know growing up, that all kids should know growing up.
But it's a modern movie?
But then there's humans in it, like there's real people as well.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
it mixes the two.
Like Roger Rabbit or one of those
Yeah.
things.
Saturday.
I was just going to say, what was the Looney Tunes one where they played basketball with Michael Jordan and all that
Space
stuff?
Jam.
Space
Come on,
Jam,
brother.
that's it. Yeah.
You know how many times I watched that show?
Saturday and Sunday, Colebrookdale Railroad is having a couple expeditions. You can take a ride on the train this weekend.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, Saturday is just their standard Secret Valley expedition, and then Sunday is their mimosa brunch, where they have mimosas, obviously, and a light fare. Yeah, you can eat as well.
Cool.
Yeah,
It's good to
And
know.
we're
'Cause I
going-
know Jim Thorpe was doing that for a while, but I heard that the train pulled out up there, so there's been like no place to really go, experience a train
They
ride.
did.
So
I
that's
think-
cool that you have it right here.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I don't think they do the local train rides there anymore, but I believe they do the excursion from Boyertown. I'm not Boyertown. I'm sorry, Reading to Jim Thorpe.
Jim Thorpe,
I think
okay.
you can still do the long rides. You just can't do the short rides anymore.
Right.
Huh. Why did they
It's-
stop doing
Politics.
that? Oh,
Yeah,
really?
It got ugly.
Yeah,
Really
it got
fast.
ugly. It got really ugly.
Money. Tax money.
Gotcha.
Yep, yeah.
Gotcha. Now, do they share? No, we're going. Does anybody? Do they share their railroad with a freight line, or was that their own line, or were they sharing that track?
I
don't
thought
know.
SEPTA owned most of the railway, right? I don't know.
Well,
That's a
SEPTA.
good question.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's so many. I mean, I
Norfolk
did a
Southern
write
has
up
a lot.
on the Boyertown Railroad, the
Yeah.
Colebrookdale Railroad.
Yeah.
And it's changed hands a bunch of times with who actually
Owns it.
the
Yeah, 'cause I
railroad
know,
part
like,
of it.
like
Yeah.
even like the old railroad that comes through like Percy up through Quakertown.
Yeah.
I believe that's all SEPTA too. Like all the property. That
I
goes with it
don't
and
think it's SEPTA though.
all the way up there.
I think
okay.
SEPTA is and man, I don't know anything about railroads,
Yeah.
but I think that SEPTA is primarily passenger.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's a Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority.
Okay.
That's
Well,
what
maybe,
SEPTA stands
maybe,
for.
Okay, maybe it is. Oh, okay. Maybe it is
Lose
then.
your video.
We might have, folks. The
we went too
battery-
long.
We went
We went
too
over
long.
time.
So you'll be able to hear us. You just can't. You just can't see us.
Okay, so we only got a few more items anyway.
Yeah.
So let me see. Where am I?
I'll blow up this. Logo.
So Ridgewood Winery, remember them? We did a podcast at their establishment in Bechtelsville, Matt.
Yes.
They are doing a wooden flower box painting class this Saturday at 1 o'clock, 1 to 4 at their Bechtelsville winery. So check that out if you're into doing some crafts, some arts and crafts. Adello Vineyard, Adello Winery in Perkinville. You ever been there, Matt?
No.
I was just
We're
there.
going to be.
I just went there this past Sunday.
Okay.
Sunday to see Kim and Paul play. Kim was our guest last
Bourgeois
week.
Day.
Bourgeois
Yeah.
Day, yeah. And it was great. I mean, I had probably 6 of their wines. Their wines are really, really good.
Okay.
It was a great show. I met the owners. The owners are super nice. They have quite a thing going on there too. And just like with the Ridgewood Winery, there's all these, I guess, events and stuff that they're planning on throwing this summer that I think it's going to make it for an exciting summer coming up. Hopefully we are a little bit past the pandemic at that point.
But it's outdoors, so
Lots
there's
of
the
good
benefit
outdoor
of that.
stuff, right? But yeah, it was a great time. I had such a great time. The winery is great. They are having Michael Kropp. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's a guitar guy.
Yep. they're having him on Saturday, and then Jamie Salvatore on Sunday. So they have music, and in talking to them, they have music every single weekend. They have shows Saturday and Sunday since they opened.
Okay.
Pandemic and everything. They even
What's the
they
name
did a
of that?
virtual when they couldn't do it in place. They even did the virtual shows there.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So they're dedicated.
They're big.
To
They're
it.
dedicated to music. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Really
Now,
cool.
Throw that out. Throw that winery name out again.
Adello Winery,
And we're going to be doing a show.
and they're in
with them?
Perkins.
Are we doing a
that's great.
podcast with them?
Not yet, but it might be happening in the
we're
future.
supposed to be going. Aren't we going to another? Anyway, we'll
Yeah.
talk afterwards.
All right. But yeah, I mean, I would love to. I think we should do something there. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to wrap things up, we did a little bit of trivia today.
Yes.
Every Tuesday at Doc's Irish Pub in Gilbertsville,
Right. Right down
they
the street.
have Tuesday trivia. So go check that out.
I've played
always
Tuesday
fun.
trivia at Doc's before.
Did ya?
Yeah, I've done
fun,
it a
right?
couple of times there. Yep.
I love trivia.
I was
A lot of fun.
Before the pandemic, there was a couple of different places that I was going to, like on a kind of semi-regular basis. I was going out to All Star. I did trivia there. I actually won some money with some of my neighbors at All Star. We won $50.
Is that
Played it-
legal gambling?
I don't know. It's a
Probably.
prize.
Oh, it was a
I don't
prize.
know, it's a
Okay, yeah,
gamble.
sure. I thought you were talking about like you won like.
No. This was like you go and play, and whoever has the highest score at the end of the rounds got $50 gift certificate.
Nice.
And then here's there's the opener. And then Poorhouse in Pottstown.
Yeah.
We were playing there. Jack Cassidy's in Pottstown. We've played there. Anyway, I like trivia.
Love it.
I haven't been playing as much since the pandemic.
You'll
and
be
everything,
back.
But once we start going back outside,
I feel
and
positive
everything-
sooner than later.
I played trivia outside at Doc Watson's. It was on that side deck that the
Yeah,
day.
I like that.
That's where they
It's-
were
it's
doing
nice.
it.
It's
Yeah,
nice
it's
out
good.
there.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
Something to do. Listen, we got some stuff going on here at Glocker Realty and Insurance.
Always.
Yeah, there's something going on, and we'd get in a lot of trouble if we didn't mention this. So
We
I'm going
would.
to start. I'm going to start mentioning it. Glocker's Easter egg bundle giveaway. This is literally a grab and go Easter egg hunt in a bag.
Absolutely no strings attached. This is
Free.
stuff.
So here's what
My
you do.
kids are so competitive when it comes to Easter egg hunts.
Okay.
It
Well, you don't
it's
even
a little
have to-
scary. It's a little scary.
Well, we'll hook you up.
We might have to buy like pillow suits for the other kids.
Those samurai suits.
yeah, it says blow up ones. You know,
They want that candy, man.
they want it.
That
man.
would be the greatest. Wait, we just came up with a great idea, and it could be for adults or kids. You get those samurai suits on, and then you go searching for anything.
Oh, so
But like
let me
Easter.
tell you, when we have our next ample barbecue,
Okay.
I hope you guys come. Because
If
we
you
have
invite us,
those
we'll come.
Giant Zor balls. I have like a
Oh
dozen of
yeah,
them.
yeah.
Right? And you just run into each other as fast as you can and hit each other, and people go flying. But it doesn't hurt at all. It's crazy. It's this
Yeah.
giant inflatable ball.
I'll do
around.
that before I load up on the barbecue.
Yeah.
I'll do
Oh,
the
yeah.
Zorb
It's-
first.
Yeah.
And
We don't
then
want to be
eat.
cleaning recycled barbecue out of the Zor ball. It's amazing though.
Oh,
But anyways, we were talking
Yeah.
Easter egg
Go
hunt.
ahead.
Yeah.
Easter egg. Glocker's Easter egg bundle giveaway. Here's what you got to do. There's a post up on our Facebook page at Glocker Realty and Insurance. You click on the event. Say that you're going to the event. There's going to be an
Yep.
event. Click that you're going to the event. Comment on how many Easter egg bundles you need.
so it's not common. It's just tell us.
Tell us.
Yeah, type in how many you need.
How many you need? 20 eggs in each bundle. So there's 20 eggs. Each egg is loaded with prizes or candy for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get up to 5 bags per family.
Right.
So that would be 100 eggs for a family of 5. You grab the bag, and you got everything to do your Easter egg hunt
That's a
at
lot
home.
of fizzle.
Yeah.
But
It's a lot of fizzle.
I think that's a lot of bang, brother. That's
a lot of fizzle.
Yeah. So
A lot of eggs, a lot of fizzle.
let's go through this. Let's go through. I see what you're laying.
All
there.
right, now you picked it up. All right, now I get it. Now I see. Just checking.
Let's go through this. There's going to be the event. The event is Glockers Easter egg bundle giveaway. Go to the event post, comment, or click the going selection on the event.
Say that you're going.
Then in the comments section, write how many bundles you need. There's 20 eggs in each bag or each bundle.
5-bag max.
5-bag max.
Yep.
Then you come to our office Monday through Friday through March.
And
so
pick
you
it up.
have now through March to come and pick up your Easter egg hunt to go.
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
While supplies last.
Sure.
We have a ton of eggs.
So I think you should try to come as soon as possible, pick up your eggs so you don't miss out.
Yep. 900 East Philadelphia, Boyertown.
And how this came about, just so, I mean, last year we were supposed to do an Easter egg hunt.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
The ladies at Glocker here, I have to give them lots of credit. They packed all these plastic eggs with all this fun stuff.
Yeah.
And put, I mean, tons of time into hours into it.
They even got a bunny suit. They got a bunny suit for somebody to dress up like a bunny.
Yep. And then kerplunk, kerploy.
And Matt had to wear the bunny suit, and Jeff had to unload all the eggs, or what?
I'm not getting in the bunny suit.
My wife actually got in the bunny suit. Yeah. And we
So
waved
that
at cars
didn't
going by. But anyway, yeah, so that didn't happen, so we needed to do something this year.
So this
to make
is what
up
we're
for
doing.
it. This is what we're doing.
We're giving away
still pandemic friendly.
Yep. We're giving you the supplies here at Glocker for your Easter egg
for your
hunt
kids' fun
at
awesome.
home.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
That's great.
Free.
Sure.
Select going on the event. Tell us how many bags you need. When you come into the office, the bags will be here waiting for you Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. 900 East Philadelphia Avenue, Boyertown, Pennsylvania, 19512.
Yep. Grab and go. Nice.
Grab and go.
All right. So I think we had a heck of a show. Right?
Listen, we're still talking, and people are still watching.
And honestly, we had to rush things along.
Yeah, a little bit.
We could have talked to Fred for
could
a
have done a
longer.
2-day segment.
Like a Joe Rogan show.
Yeah.
Guys, there's one thing, if you don't mind, I want to touch on.
Yeah, go ahead.
A few years back, we had our lead foreman. His name was Michael Gorecki, good friend of mine. Passed away from cancer at I believe age 31.
Okay.
And it's been real dear to our hearts, and we've continued to raise money for his type of cancer and any type of cancer. And I saw back on January 20th, you guys had Alyssa here, who was trying to raise money for blood cancer, leukemia. So I only had a few days to get this going, but we were able to raise $120 so far for her. So I have that here tonight. I'm hoping I can leave that with you guys.
Yep,
Maybe
we'll get it over
we
to
pass
you.
that on to her.
100%.
Yep.
That's great. And then I did see she has a link online that we can donate any farther money we receive.
Cool.
So we'll try and keep this going. I understand she probably has another 3 weeks or so.
Yeah.
Because I
And
believe
she's a worker.
She's been
that
trying.
girl
And
is,
she's been doing all the right stuff to hit the mark.
Mm-hmm.
She's got to. If I remember correctly, she's got to beat $30,000. I think.
I forget.
But
she's going to do it. I have faith in her.
I think so too.
Yeah.
We're going to help her out.
And hopefully everybody else helps her out as well.
$120 further into the pot, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, Fred.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So listen, let's break it down. This has been the Cast at Glocker. We're on every Wednesday at 6 p.m. ish.
I love the ish. Keep the ish going.
So
doesn't put any pressure on us, though.
Yeah, that's right. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m. or around that time, you will find the Cast at Glocker on Glocker Realty and Insurance on our Facebook page and also on YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment. The more participation we have in the show, the better we can spread the message and help these local businesses and organizations get their word out. Right?
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to do.
That's right.
Our guest tonight has been Fred
Schutte.
from Ample Electric, Sam Jam USA, and SK Industrial. We had a great conversation. Thanks for coming out, Fred.
Yeah,
Oh,
Really
no,
lot
thanks
of
for
fun.
having me, guys.
Lot of fun.
It was good.
Good time.
Good fun, man.
Yeah.
Jeff Frederick with Glocker Realty.
Yeah.
Right? Jeff Frederick with Glocker Realty. You can find him on Facebook.
You can find me anywhere. Just look up at Jeff at Glocker.
At Jeff at Glocker.
Google that, and you'll find me everywhere.
On all platforms.
Too many places.
I am Matt
Some you
Green.
regret or what?
No, I think he does a good job marketing himself. He's doing a lot of stuff, man. If I do say so
Oh,
myself.
thank you, Matt.
I aspire to some of the things that he's doing. Actually, I don't have a blog.
Yeah.
I started working on one, and I just can't get it together.
I absolutely love it and hate it at the same time. Tuesday, Wednesday nights, I might hate it a little bit.
You might
sometimes.
sweat. You might be sweating it out a little bit.
Yeah, like, what am I going to do this week? What am I going to talk about?
Find Jeff Frederick at Jeff Frederick. At Jeff Frederick.
No, at Jeff at Glocker.
At Jeff at Glocker.
Yeah. At symbol, Jeff at Glocker.
And you'll find him on all the platforms that he's on.
Yes.
You'll find the blog, the website,
Everything,
everything.
yeah.
Check him out. He's doing a lot of cool stuff for the community. I am Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate. That's how you can find me on Facebook and all the platforms that I am on.
Also a busy man.
Also, I got a lot of pokers
got-
in the fire.
Yes, you do.
Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate. You can Google that, and I'll come up on every platform that I'm on. I also have a podcast called Porchcast Pottstown.
Porchcast Pottstown.
Check
I
us
love
out.
saying it.
We're on YouTube at Porchcast Pottstown, and also on Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate on Facebook. This has been the next episode of The Cast at Glocker. Thanks for joining us. It's been a good time.
See you next week.
See you guys.